another episode of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. I don't know why I did such a long pause there. But basically, in our last episode, we lost against PSG by 2-1. I feel like we've done that before. It's strange. Deja vu there. Since then, of course, we've had to get back on the horse and try to get going again. Now, this year's been a bit weird. Like, the fixtures have changed. Usually our Champions League match, the final Champions League group game, is the last fixture we play of the year. But for some reason, this year, we've actually got a league and a cup game afterwards. They'll all be in the next episode, though, so don't worry about that. So in between, we had some matches. And as you can see, something's happened and I'm disappointed. But firstly, we started off at home against... no, we didn't. What we're talking about. We started off away at Spartak, and they're doing okay this year, and we needed really a bit of luck to break them down. 2 penalties, both dispatched by Murad Yildirim, and... that's right, it actually happened. Managed to score 2 penalties in one game. The previous 2 times that we've had 2 penalties in a game, Toshka has missed the second one. But today, Yildirim kept his nerve and made it 2-0. Marcel Burres then came on and got himself a third. Now, something weird happened as well. You know, if you have an argument with a player and you decide that you're not going to play them, and then sometimes the team will get on your back and whatnot. Well... I guess must have told Marcel Burres that I would give him some game time or whatever, and I obviously have been, as you can see. Team actually got on my back because I was giving him game time. I'm not even joking. I got complaints from team members because he was playing. He's a good player. Who the fuck else am I going to play? Like, he's a good player. He's at least up there with our top 3 strikers, and since one of them was injured, I don't know, really strange. Who else was I going to put in? So that was a bit annoying. And it actually upset the team harmony. Ridiculousness. But hey, shit happens. Next up, we had Grasshoppers in... No, we didn't. God. Next up, we had Vojvodina at home, and this was a bit more of a confident one. A goal from Efrain Maman put us in front. His first goal for a little while, so it was useful to see him get that. Savicevic carried on his scoring run by making it 2-0 before Mamadou Sidibe came off the bench, I believe. No, he started this one we're talking about. And yeah, he was playing up front for this one, to be fair. But Toshka just had a terrible time of it. But Sidibe got himself 2 more goals to add to his tally. And I really don't know who's going to be top league goal scorer this year. Again, answers on a postcard. It's one of those ridiculously tough ones to think about. Not that it really matters, because we're obviously still going to win the league. Now, in our next game, we had Grasshoppers in the Champions League. And this was a weird one. In the sense that we flew at them. Savicevic put us 1-0 up, and then a penalty just before half-time made it 2. Now, we were a bit more dominant than that, and of course, with 10 minutes to go, Bazan Vera made it... Kofi's strike basically was deflected, and Bazan Vera was able to get in there and make it 3-0. Comfortable stuff. No problem. Grasshoppers had only managed 1 shot up to this point. Then they won a really dodgy penalty. I've got to say, it was ridiculous. I mean, I think it was our substitute. I think it was Kofi who'd come off the bench. Yeah, Kofi came off the bench, and the ball was played out. The ball was out on the right-hand side, down by the touchline. And all of a sudden, the ball was still out there. They got a penalty, and it was against Kofi, who was on the sort of in the corner of the area. And I can only assume that it must have been Sherplin or something, because I don't know. The ball was nowhere near them. The ball was at the touchline at this point, so I was really confused, and they scored the penalty. Disappointed isn't the word. And then they broke on us in stoppage time and made it 3-2. A ridiculous scoreline, really, when you consider how dominant we were in this game. But sometimes that sort of stuff happens. That's European football for us. I expect that we'll end up losing today as well as a result of that kind of thing. Look at the possession statistics in this match. In their own final third, they had 6% of the ball. That's crazy. To 27. We're just dominant. But hey, it's another win. And of course, PSG absolutely smashed Plzen 5-0, I think, in the end. So, our final game away at Radnik Sudulica. And this was one of those games where everything that could have gone wrong did. Like, for example, again, we were dominant in the match. Didn't get so many shots on target as I might have liked. But the fact that we had to substitute Maman, Ashraf, Ulier, and Sidibe in this game, all through injuries. 3 of which were serious, although weirdly, yeah. So Ashraf is going to be out again, and who else is out? Sidibe, I think, is going to be out as well, which is disappointing as well. It's just frustrating to get so many injuries all of a sudden now. You know, they took the lead with their first shot of the game, fair enough. We managed to level things up just before half-time, then took the lead through Amir Ashraf. Then he had to go off, and unfortunately, they were able to equalise against us. Disappointing, really, because we were on that fantastic run of wins, and it's come to an end here, but we are still unbeaten, and that's kind of crucial. I mean, oh dear. Here's how the league shapes up at the moment. We're 14 points clear still, but that win would have given us a 16-point gap. Not that it really makes much difference. We're still flying through. Not scoring quite so many as of late, though, so I do wonder if we're actually going to get more than we did last season. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we're getting anywhere close to it at this rate. We're just rotating a little bit too much. As you can see, Maman is now our top scorer with 9 in the league, and Ulier is still the top average rating, but only just over a few others. Sidibe's now got the most assists in the league with 9, which is actually surprising considering how many assists Kofi's got overall. But there you go. So, with that in mind, let's take a little look at the squad. Top goal scorer is, well, we've got Toshka, Maman, Sidibe and Savicevic all have 10 goals for us. No one's really standing out and saying, yes, I want to get 20 odd. I think possibly in the second half of the season that might well be more likely to just come back. As for assists though, Sidibe has 10 of those as well. 10 goals and 10 assists. He's a monster. Adamenko has 10 assists too, so as much as Ashraf got a lot of the praise, you know, Adamenko's got more assists than he does. Overall, he had a great start, but he sort of tailed off a little bit. Kofi has 9 as well, which is good to see. As for player of the match, Sidibe and Savicevic with 4 apiece now. Yellow cards, 4 of 5 for Bazanvira. Red cards, Adamenko and Scala with 1 apiece. Average rating is still Savicevic and Kofi just with over the 8s. Now, obviously, it's, you know, tailing off a little bit. Key aerial challenges, Sidibe with 31. Key passes, of course, Sidibe with 62. Key tackles is... wow, Sidibe's actually top passer as well now. No, he's not. What we're talking about. 110 for Kofi. Silliness. Key tackles, Bazanvira with 12. He's had to make a few now. Interceptions, Bazanvira with 120. And of course, value is still Florentin Toshka, who will be able to play today. Thank God. So let's see how they shape up. We are away from home. So we've already qualified, so we're going to try out our away tactic here and see how things go when we do this. Since Ashraf is... Oh, he's bloody injured again, isn't he? He came back and now he's injured again. Okay, no, in which case it is going to be this system, unfortunately. We can't play that system without another wing-back player. I'm training Fernandes there, but he's not yet got... Oh, he's not yet good enough, actually. He's probably accomplished enough there for me to start training him in this position, but I'll work on that in the off-season. Wow, look at that agility and determination. 2020. He's got some good stats, I'm not going to lie. He's got some good stats, and still only 20, remember. So, and it's... Oh, I don't think he's got any Argentinian caps yet, just yet. No. It's Arguello that's got an Argentinian cap, I think. 4 of them, to be precise. I don't know about Bazanvira. Has he got any? Oh, just the 60 odd. Just 60 Argentinian caps. And 6 goals as well. Right. Let's submit this team then. It's a shame that we had to play this. The injuries have not helped us one bit. But I still feel that perhaps we should be able to win this. It doesn't matter if we do or not, but I would really like to see us come and win this. Particularly with the fact that I presume... Is that Chuck Sanika? Chuck Sanike, who I believe is at Crew, or maybe not. He was at Crew last year, I think. On loan from Arsenal, is now playing for Viktoria Plzen. But Toshka is up top, so... With that in mind, perhaps there's an opportunity for him to go and boost his goal tally in the Champions League. He's got himself 6 so far, which is not bad. I mean, he got 7 overall in the Champions League last season. He's got 6 already this season. Perhaps there's a chance for him. But it will depend, of course, on who we draw in the next round. But at the moment, I feel like it's going to be yet another one of those types of games. My God, we've started well. Jesus. A few shots in the first 10 minutes there. Lots of possession. That's a good start. Be nice to go and win in Poland here. If we were to win every single game except for the 2 against PSG, again, that's the problem. We just need to get that little bit better so we can start competing. Usually we beat the top team in the group away from home. At home, and then loosen them away. That's sort of the ultimate system, what we've got to come up with. But PSG have just been completely solid. It looks like they're going to win every single game, most likely. And, you know, last year, Atletico, of course, dropped points in games, which made it more difficult for us. Savicevic goes for the shot. We'll have another one. Oh, that's poor. That's really poor from him. But at the moment, actually, PSG aren't currently winning. They probably will do in the end, though. I think they're at home tonight, which probably isn't going to make it any easier for Grasshoppers, who are doing quite well, actually, considering they were the weakest team in the group, allegedly. Sidibe's turned well there, but loses the ball. Espinosa's ball up to Tichy, and it's immediately won. We're sort of camped in their half at the moment, and that's fine, but I can't believe it's still 0-0, actually. We've been all over the place, or all over them in this first half. Adamenko getting through there, and he's won it twice. And that's determination now. He needs to get back and cover that little gap, though. Oh, and Anika and Adamenko's done another wonderful job there. I'm a little disappointed that we've not gone in... We're probably not going to go in at half-time a goal up, really, because we've been the better team. Vastly, in fact. Lucas is through here. Can he get his first Champions League goal? Yes, he can. Yves Lucas. Oh, lovely stuff. Pierre-Yves Lucas. 1-0 to Red Star. And that's 12 points from, 12 points I would usually be very, very happy with. It's just that, whoa, actually, look at that. Grasshopper is actually beating PSG. And this is what I mean, again. If you win that bloody home game, there's always the chance. There's always the chance. But we've screwed up at least once in the last couple of seasons, and that's going to be the problem. We need to cut the mistakes out. Toshka, and it's saved. If we could cut those mistakes out of the group stages, then we'll be able to win the group. And hopefully, we've got ourselves a very winnable group this year, compared to what we've had in previous seasons. And we've failed to take we've failed to take advantage of the situation, basically. We forgot to do the old individual team talks there. And hopefully next year that will be the case. Maybe we'll get a bit of luck with our draw in the next round, and we won't draw a Real Madrid or a Barcelona. I just want one that there's a chance for us to win over 2 legs. You know, we were proven that we could beat Manchester City by 4-0, so we need someone that we can do that in the home game, and then not have to worry about the away leg and actually sneak through. You know, we've got to the quarterfinals before, so Viktoria is through here. Go on, Fu Cannon, it's a big miss there. Again, but it's nice to see that Lucas has scored. That is really, really important for me. You know, it's his first full season at the club, and he needs to get some game time. That's poor, actually, providing that's Sadibi, and Fernandes has done well. He's done well as a sort of deputy for Ashraf. It's just so frustrating not having Ashraf for these 3 matches. Toshka with the goal off the crossbar. Wait, the ball is still loose, and the ball is cleared away. Be shame. I'd like to see Toshka get himself a goal today if he can. We've been really good, actually. We've had a lot of shots on target, which is nice. 11 out of 19 is pretty decent. Usually it's less than half, but today it's been, you know, at least more than half of our shots have actually been on target, which is pleasant to see. So Viktoria is through again, and that's offside anyway. It did look a little offside. What substitutions to make? At the moment, like, it'd be nice to keep Lucas on just to see if we can get him that confidence. I want him to have a bit more confidence so he can keep on playing. Toshka's been awful tonight, so we're going to get Burez on, and possibly Yildirim for Kofi. He's had a good game, but he's knackered, and we want to make sure that he doesn't get injured too. The last thing we can afford right now is yet more injuries. We are really rocking those. Hopefully, over the next, you know, we've got the big break now for a month or 2, which should give us time to get those players back fit and ready to go against whoever we're going to get drawn against in the next round of the Champions League. I really want to see some progress this year. We really do seem to have stalled in this match. They're not doing much either, it has to be said, but we've really been poor. But it looks like we're going to get away with a 1-0. Savicevic to the edge of the area, to Marcel Burez, perhaps a long ranger. Goes back out to Savicevic. Interesting stuff. Back in, and Burez, Kone flicked on, and it's 2-0 to Red Star Belgrade. That's better. Kone's 3rd goal of the season, and, well, we're actually going to end up with an equal goal difference to PSG there, who have not turned it around against Grasshoppers. They have equalised, but they look as though they are actually going to drop some points, which wouldn't have made much difference to us, really, with the fact that we'd lost. But you just, I don't know. Well, actually, no, we win the home game, and we go, that's the thing, you win the home game, because they're likely to drop points like that. That is why you have to win the home game, but we didn't. And once again, we're going to find ourselves going through in 2nd place. A much more comfortable 2nd place, 9 points clear of Grasshoppers, but well done them for getting the draw against PSG. Now let's see if we can see who we're going to potentially get drawn against in this next round. It's going to be the same usual bunch, I would have thought, but maybe someone unexpectedly won their group with a slightly weaker team that we could maybe benefit from. It is Wednesday, which means the other games should be played. We should have a full... Right, so Man United won their group, and Inter have gone through with them, so we'll potentially could draw Man United. Man City have also gone through. Potentially could draw City, and I frankly wouldn't mind either of those two. We've beaten them in the past, and we've beaten City big time in the past. Juve, I guess not so bad either. Barca I'd like to avoid if at all possible. Oh, look at that though. Real Madrid have come 2nd in their group, which means we could potentially draw Benfica. I would like that. I remember we drew Benfica in our first ever season. We've not played them since then. That'd be quite some revenge to get. That'd be a good one, actually. Benfica, perhaps. PSG, of course, we can't draw them. FC Bayern Munich. Wow, FC Twente, though. Fair play. Getting themselves through in a group with Atletico and Bayern. And the fact that FC Brasov, who are one of the weaker teams in terms of coefficient, have actually gone themselves 6 points in this group is pretty damn impressive. So Bayern, at the moment, I would like the 2 Manchester clubs, perhaps. Benfica, maybe. Juve wouldn't be too bad, but they're still a good side. Who else? What's the final option? And it's Chelsea. I probably wouldn't want Chelsea. They've thumped us in the past. I've just noticed there's only 3 English clubs in this year, I think. City, United, and Chelsea. Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry about this. I'm just going to quickly have a little... Just going to quickly check that. Arsenal went out to Club Brugge. Holy piss. So Arsenal were knocked out by Club Brugge. That's disappointing for them. Jordan McGinn is the top goal scorer in the tournament, but that's probably counting some of the playoff rounds as well. So, guys, of course, in the next episode, obviously I will be coming back and doing the Champions League draw. We've also got a couple more league games in there. We'll have some more league games, and actually it looks like these are going to be slightly closer together. so less in between. Like sometimes you get like 4 or 5 matches in between our Champions League games, but it does look like they're a little bit closer together this time. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please do drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Red Star and Outcaster icons in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for our draw and our Champions League potential success. You just never know. See you guys soon. Bye bye.